Welcome back, everybody. I've got so much stuff to go through, so I'm just gonna dig right in. So welcome to another monthly favorites. It feels like morning for me right now because I just woke up, but it's actually pretty late afternoon because I was up all night last night because my sister gave birth to my first nephew, her first son. I got to see the whole thing, which is pretty exciting and also really scary. But she's doing well now. She's doing better. And he's a beautiful, healthy boy, and we're just so excited. Also, I'm going on tour in a couple days with my friend who's a musician who goes by Valley James. She's a gothic country musician, and we're gonna go up to the Pacific Northwest, into Vancouver, BC, Victoria, and back down to LA. Her album just came out a couple weeks ago, and it's fantastic. I've already heard it because she sent it to me kind of early, and yeah, so it's already been in my rotation for a while, but I wasn't really allowed to share it. She's just so unbelievably talented, and I want to see her have great success. She's so deserving of a wider audience. So if you have a moment, please head over to her Spotify, listen to her music, find her on Instagram, find her on tour. In terms of other music, I've been making playlists a lot lately, and I made a playlist called Friday that's on my Spotify, and it is mostly songs that are, I would say, kind of like karaoke songs. I guess more 90s R&B leaning songs that you can sing along to. It's great for driving. It's great for singing in the shower. I call it the Friday playlist because it's a great playlist to put on when you're getting ready and trying to hype yourself up in a way. And maybe it's a generation thing, but it's like perfect for people my age. I've been in the studio a lot lately working on ceramics, and I've been more excited about it than I have been in the last couple of years, because the last couple of years I've been doing a lot of production stuff and I kind of got burnt out by it. So if you haven't noticed, Saran Wrap has really taken a pause in a way. And just recently I got back in and I started to throw a lot more and kind of challenge myself with different shapes, different clay bodies. My friend gave me a little bit of her clay called Hill Creek, and it throws kind of like porcelain. And this is what I made with it. I made a little, I guess it's like a teacup. I glazed it with this color called pistachio on the inside. This is kind of like a shallow bowl, but it has a little pedestal on it. I tried to make some in porcelain as well. And yeah, I just really like the shape. I think it's very, I don't know, elegant in a way. I think it would make a good cat dish because it's a little bit elevated. It's wider, so it's good for whisker fatigue. It dips down in the center a little bit, so if you have dry cat food, instead of gathering up on the sides, it'll sink down to the center, which is a problem that I often have. I also made a bunch of other cups that are similar shape, like the tulipy shape as well. With the same clay body, I made this little chair, and I really like making miniature furniture. If you've been following Saran Wrap for a while, I've been making miniature furniture, and I kind of stopped for a bit just to, I don't know, gather inspiration again. I think it would be good to hold rings and other tchotchkes, I guess. This is the first just like freehand thing that I made. Everything else is more so just like practicing throwing again. And then my prized possession is this right here. This is a donabe that is made of flameware. So I could put this directly on the stove. Flameware is ridiculously hard to throw with, and it's also hard to find. I've been having trouble finding it for the past couple of years, and I've made donabes in the past, but I haven't been able to consistently practice it because it's just not often available. And then finally, this company called Laguna made their own, and they're selling it. So I got it before it sold out. I got 2 bags of it before it sold out, and I started making some donabes. And this one in particular I made for myself because the other donabes that I've made in the past, I've always just given them away or sold them off. And I never had one in mind for myself. For the last year or so, I've been using this donabe rice cooker, which is a double-lidded rice cooker from a brand called Lockelay, and I really like it. However, it is mass-produced. Because I use it so often for my rice, I decided to make my own donabe pot inspired by the same functionality. So it also has a double lid. So this is the top lid right here, and then this is the other lid. And there's a little steam hole. And I went through the whole process of seasoning it yesterday so I could start using it. So I haven't even used this yet. I just got it out of the kiln a few days ago. And you have to go through the seasoning process to kind of like plug up all the clay holes, I guess, because the clay is kind of porous. So you have to go through the seasoning process in order to start using it so that the clay doesn't absorb flavor from other foods. The cool thing is that I could also use this as a regular donabe because the lid fits. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I really took my time making this and took my time letting it dry out and everything. So I'm so excited to start using this. Sometime last month, I got to model for the new collection of 1,000 helmets. They came out with a couple new colors, and I already have a helmet that I love from them, but I only have like one good helmet, and whenever Jason goes on bike rides with friends and they borrow my bike, then they always also borrow my helmet, which is totally fine. But I was able to snag one of the new helmets. This is in the color Chickacherry Cola, and it's my friend Brennan who is their creative director, and I believe he came up with this color. I think it's so beautiful. It reminds me kind of when I was growing up. There was a nail polish called, I think it's called Boysenberry. Similar to that, maybe this might be a little bit darker, but I think this color is just so stunning, and these helmets are super comfortable, and they're modeled after, I think, like 1960s helmets. Francois Hardy, she's wearing a helmet like this, so it's modeled after those helmets, and I just think they're so stunning. I was wearing one of these, a silver one, when I got in my bike crash like a couple years ago, and the helmet broke, and it saved my life. And I did get scratched up in my face a little bit because I fell over the handlebar, which is really bad. But can you imagine if I wasn't wearing a helmet, then my skull would have broken. That saved my life. And the cool thing is that if anything happens to your helmet, if you contact them, they'll replace it for free. So I was able to get the new version of the black one with the strap on it. So yeah, I love these helmets. Jason and I have been watching this show called Silicon Valley, which he's already watched it through, but I'm just starting to watch it now, and I think it's fantastic. If you like Freaks and Geeks, it's very much like that show to me. So the same sort of humor, same sort of vibe, even I think a couple of the same characters. The friendships, bickering, banter, everything is very much like the relationships in Freaks and Geeks. So that's why I really like the show. It's about a group of friends working together to get their company started, basically. A movie that I watched, I put on because it was kind of going viral on TikTok, is the movie Flow, which is an animated film starring a gray cat that looks exactly like my cat. The reason why I put that on is because a lot of people were watching the show with their cat, and when I was watching it, my cat, who also looks like the cat that's in the movie, was just like watching it with us. I couldn't stop thinking about it afterwards, which to me means it's a great film. This is Woody, and he's got like a very slinky body, kind of like the cat that's in the movie, and he's got really big eyes. He's just so beautiful. And you know, when we were watching it, he was watching it with us, and the entire time I was like, that's you, you know? And I know a lot of people were saying that that's a black cat in the movie, but it's actually modeled after a cat that looks just like this cat, a gray cat. So yeah, that's why. There's no dialogue at all. It's just a bunch of animal sounds, music. It might be a little bit sad and worrisome, so like just be in the right mood for it. And if you have cats, then definitely watch it with them. The fragrance that I've been wearing since I got it like a couple weeks ago is this one from Maison Margiela. It's Replica Never Ending Summer, and it's the Amalfi Coast 2022. It's refreshing bright orange. It's an orange spritz accord. It smells like an expensive cocktail to me, like a summery orange spritz cocktail. I have a couple things which I'm sure I've already talked about from Mirror Water. So I just got their candle. This is the Mirror Water Sun Through Trees candle, and the notes are bergamot, amber, cedarwood, and pine. It's a very fresh, earthy candle, so I've been burning that lately. It's been my favorite. I've had this before and I've gone through it, but I've been using this body oil from Mirror Water as a hand lotion in a way. So I've been keeping this like right by my computer and just putting it on my hands and kind of letting it soak through my cuticles. And I love the way it smells. It feels like I'm in a spa in a way whenever I'm doing this. And it just smells so good. It makes me feel nice, and it's not thick and gloopy, and it dries down pretty quickly or soaks in pretty quickly. So I can continue working on my computer or doing whatever. And it doesn't leave me feeling super greasy. The first time around, I was using this as a body lotion in a way. So putting a couple dabs on and putting it all over my body, and then I plowed through it super quickly. So I got another one, and then this is probably my third bottle. Yeah, I really like it. I love the smell of it. It's not overpowering, and it's just a fresh, clean scent. Oh my gosh, in terms of beauty, I started using this brush from Sigma. Do you remember Sigma? When I first started on YouTube, they were such a big deal, and like all these makeup reviewers were using these brushes. I was definitely influenced by other people on YouTube to buying this brush. This is the F80 brush, flat kabuki. And then at some point down the line, I gave away all my brushes that I didn't feel like I needed anymore. You know, after a while, like being on YouTube and everything, you start to collect a lot of stuff. And I love purging, so I ended up giving it away, and I completely forgot about this brand. Recently, they reached out to me. They're like, hey, would you want to try some of our stuff? So they sent me some of their favorites, and this was in there, and I completely fell back in love with it. It's such a great blending brush. Like for me, I love applying CC creams and BB creams with my fingertips and then blending it out afterwards with a brush, like a dense brush like this. If you already have this in your drawer, then please pull it out and start using it again, because I forgot how good it is. Nars contacted me a little while ago and asked me if I wanted to accept PR from them. And you guys, I've loved Nars for so long, and I can't believe I caught their attention somehow. But they sent me some of their favorites. So a concealer, or two concealers, an eyeliner, which I've been wearing a lot. But the standout product is this right here. This is their Afterglow Liquid Blush in the color Aragon. And it's a red tone, and it's meant for brown skin or more pigmented skin. I gotta say, a lot of their packaging now isn't as luxurious looking or feeling as their original packaging, their matte black packaging, but the product itself is pretty great. I think 16 to 26-year-old me wouldn't reach for packaging like this, but because it was sent to me and I got to try it out, I just really love the formula. It is very similar to the Rare Beauty liquid blush, but you can use a lot more of this and it blends out a lot easier. So it's more of a gel texture. Very much like the one that I talked about last month from Glow Recipe. Very much like that, but this color is just fantastic. So it blows the Glow Recipe one out of the water. Again, it was developed for brown skin, so it would look really good on more pigmented skin. You know, the people who say that their skin eats blush, I feel like that color would stand out and look fantastic. I got a new camera bag and it's pretty life-changing. I talked about this in a vlog, but this is from a brand called Ast, like aesthetic. This is designed after a 1980s camera bag in a way. So there's two zippers on top, and then inside it's sectioned off so that you can keep your lenses and your other equipment. And I've got like a toolkit in here and like diffusers and additional lenses, a flash. And I love that it keeps all my stuff in one area. So even though I don't travel with my camera equipment all the time, I'd say like once a week or so, I love the idea of having everything in one area so that I'm not just like looking around all over my office for different bits and bobs, right? Everything just goes into one little bag like this. The straps are super cool and it's such a stylish bag. Obviously you can use this bag for other things. The sections in the center kind of just snap off, and then you can reposition everything. You can put your computer in here and whatnot, but I like the sections in there to keep everything separated. And they have this wrap case, which is, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this before. So it's cool because you, like, let's say that this is my camera, right? The camera that I'm shooting from, I don't have a case for it, so I can use this wrap to secure it. And you don't even have to press that hard, and it just kind of secures everything in place and keeps everything from moving around, right? You can use this on your lenses. I'm using it on the camera that I'm shooting from right now. I think it's such a genius design, and I really want to get more of these. So yeah, Ask Studios, if you're in the market for a camera bag or just a bag that you can organize all your stuff, this is such a stylish, well-made bag. Oh, and these are magnetized, like fantastic. And the leather is nice and soft, so I can, like, I don't know, scrunch it, and it looks so It just looks so casual, but also put together. So on TikTok, I've been following this woman named Forma Bianca, who has been sharing styling videos. And I've been getting a lot of inspiration from her. She's a super stylish Italian lady living in London, and she did a video where she was styling outfits around her favorite designers. And I love that. I love that she's not just, you know, styling her outfits off of, I don't know, like Kylie Jenner or whatever, you know. They're actually people that I look up to, people that I think are cool. And the pieces that she puts together are just so classic. So my camera just ran out of battery. I've never let that happen before. And thank God I had my camera bag right there with all the batteries, additional batteries. Yeah, I've never let that happen before. So this is a first time. In the 17 years I've been on YouTube, that's never happened. Yeah, Forma Bianca, follow her on TikTok. She's got fantastic outfit videos, very inspiring, and I feel like she's gonna develop a cult following. So yeah, get in there early. Ooh, so my friend in Long Beach, her name is Stephanie, she used to have a plant shop. She just started an art practice called Pull House. Their drawings inspired by floor plans and spaces around us, art, music, connection. And she sent me one, and I think this is so beautiful. I can't wait to hang this up. This really stood out to me, and I felt compelled to talk about it here because I think that this would be such a great gift to send someone, because it is like pretty flat. It's great for postage, obviously, but also it's small enough where it's not overwhelming their space. But right when I saw this, I'm like, wow, what a fantastic idea for a gift. And I love how mid-century it looks and the framing that she chose and everything. Fantastic choice. I'll link her Instagram so you can look at her other work. But yeah, I'm really impressed by this and really excited to put this up somewhere in my house. I just got a pair of fancier cowboy boots from Quince. So I have another pair that I've been wearing for ages, and they're completely thrashed up, and they're kind of like my burner pair. So I wanted something that I can keep nice, that looks nice for going out. And this is a knee-high pair, because most boots are kind of like at the end right here. But this goes all the way up, and they're super comfortable, and the leather is buttery soft, so it feels like you're just wearing a nice like leather jacket. I love the shape of them, and I do have bigger calves, and they actually fit over my calves, so that's pretty fantastic. If you have thin calves, they might not work for you. But I love how minimal the design is. It's not like overly embellished or anything. It just looks so simple. I think they're modeled after a like $600 stud pair. Probably even more, but these are around 200, so it's not too bad. It's not like incredibly cheap or anything, but it's not crazy expensive either. And then I got this coat, this trench coat from Cezanne. Oh my gosh, I think it's so beautiful. So I got the size 36, which is kind of like a small. They do run pretty big. They did say to size down if you're in between sizes. But I did get it a little bit big because I wanted to be able to layer things underneath it. But it's a nice lightweight trench coat. There's a bunch of different colors. There's a really nice black one as well. But I love this because I have another trench coat that I've been wearing for a while that I also really like. But it's just so like form-fitting, and in a way, like whenever I wear it, I don't feel very casual. But this, because it doesn't have a hard shoulder seam, and because it's so lightweight and like, I don't know, packable in a way, it just feels a lot more casual. So I've been reaching for this way more than my other one, also because it's new. The only thing that I will say that I'm not like a huge fan of is the lining underneath. I think it's cute, but it's a little bit like fedora energy in my opinion. So I kind of like to keep that concealed. And the sleeve can be a little bit long, so rolling it up is nice, but it does expose the animal print underneath. I think I might shorten the sleeves at some point just on my own, but I love this trench coat. I love this brown color, and I've been wearing it so much, and it's almost like my security blanket. I'm excited to wear this on tour. Probably gonna see a lot of photos of me wearing this. Finally, I gotta go through some empties. Oh my gosh, I missed the empties from last month, so it's kind of doubled up this month. I have this conditioner from Oribe. This is the signature conditioner, a daily indulgence. I got this in like 2018, 2019, and they sent it in PR with the shampoo, which I'm still working through. This is a salon grade size, right? And then they also sent the refill as well. So it took me years to go through this. It's great. I just got kind of sick of it down the line, so I had to swap it out for other things in between. But finally, I'm like, I'm determined to go through this and finish it. And I did. And I'm so glad to get this over with. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this, not only because it's super expensive, but because I just got kind of sick of it, but using it so much. But I remember when I first started using it, it was everything I had ever wanted. It's made without parabens, sulfates, sodium chloride. It's good for color and keratin treated hair. It smells great. I really have no complaints about this. I'm just kind of like sick of using this because I used so much of it down the line. This is from Davines. This is a detoxifying scrub shampoo. It's for your scalp. And I really like using a clarifying shampoo, and this is great for like, it's a little bit minty, so it's great for like refreshing your scalp, which is where clarifying starts in my opinion. So yeah, removing all the buildup that's on your scalp and whatnot. It is a little bit hard to get this going because it is kind of granular. So I do have to add a lot of water to the product before massaging it into my skin. So I probably won't be repurchasing this, but if you are looking for a nice clarifying shampoo, they have the Solu line. So they have the salt scrub, and then they also have the classic Solu clarifying shampoo, which is fantastic. It's so worth the money. It's super expensive, but it's so worth it because it really helped my hair grow. I also finished this Crown Affair, the Renewal Mask. A lot of hair products, I guess. Yeah, this is a wonderful mask. It's almost like a daily mask for me because it's a bit on the thinner side in terms of a hair mask. It smells fantastic. This is actually a repurchase, so of course I'm going to repurchase this again. I think it's a fantastic brand. It's really nourishing for dry hair, especially styled hair, because I do style my hair like once or twice a week. Navinka Clarify Unmask. Navinka is a natural brand from Atlanta, Georgia. I've talked about them so many times. I've been going through a lot of their stuff. This one is made with green clay, spirulina, and magnesium. It detoxifies, softens, and brightens, and I truly believe that it does all those things because every time I use this, if I go into work or leave the house, I always get complimented on my skin. So yeah, it's a fantastic product, and I love this brand. Everything from this brand that I've tried so far has been wonderful. Navinka, everything's made in small batches as well, so right when you order something, I think it's like within 3 months it's been made. So yeah, fantastic fresh stuff. This is probably my second or third Glossier After Balm. I love the packaging of this. It's a light pink cap and a milk glass in a way, so it reminds me of like a 1960s kitchen. This is the After Balm, which is kind of like their La Mer alternative. Sometimes I get a little bit of sensitivity or it feels like an eczema flare-up or something like that, so I'll apply a little bit of this onto my skin. This is definitely not a moisturizer that I would recommend for every day. It's just for special occasions or for whenever you have like dry patches and stuff, so put a little bit of that on. I really like it, so I definitely will repurchase this again. That's quite possibly the thickest moisturizer I've ever used in my life. All right, so this is from Clarins. This is the double serum. Okay, so the first week that I used it, I thought it was fantastic, but then after that, it was kind of like diminishing returns. I didn't really see anything new. So I used it up just to use it up. I'm probably not going to repurchase this because I did look it up and it's super expensive. I got this in PR, so I was lucky enough to try it for free, but I don't think it's worth the hype. I think it's been around for quite some time too. Either way, it's called the double serum because there's 2 serums in here, and once you press on this, it mixes the 2 serums together and then you apply it to your face. Could be kind of gimmicky. I love other products from Clarins, but this is just not it. And for the price, it's kind of whack. These are things that like every once in a while, I'll go through my makeup collection and then see what I've had in there for a very long time that I think has expired. This has completely separated because I haven't used it in so long. This is from Herborian. It's the Skin Hero. It's just kind of like a barrier for your skin and you apply your makeup on top of it. It worked really well when I was using it, but recently when I pulled it back out again, it just kind of separated in the tubes. So I'm going to retire this product. I have repurchased this before, so this is probably my second or third tube, so I do recommend it. These are 2 mascaras that didn't really, I mean, I don't wear mascara every day. I'm not really a mascara person, but these are 2 mascaras that I use, and it's been past 6 months, so I have to retire them, and they kind of smell funky right now. This is the Benefit Bad Gal bang waterproof. I do like a silicone brush, so I will say that that's cool. This is the roller lash, also from Benefit. Again, silicone brush, so that's pretty cool. But this one smudged on me, so I'm probably not gonna repurchase this. I'm probably not gonna repurchase this one either. They weren't really standout products to me. I'm testing a new mascara right now from Lancome, and so far I'm really liking it, so I might share it in my next video. So those are all the favorites that I have for the month of March. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or recommendations or music recommendations, shows, whatever, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.